Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Bigfoot Ate My Boyfriend. He's hungry for man meat.
Written, directed, produced, edited, and scored by Richard Mogg. And starring Kirk Muneera, Kevin Paynter, Lauren Richardson, and Megan Kinsley. This movie is about a detective and he teams up with a washed up childhood actor so they can kill Bigfoot. So what do we like? This is another one of those Rick Mo productions. We've reviewed a couple of his films in the past, Easter Bunny Bloodbath and Massage Parlor of Death. This is a very micro budget movie. It was made probably for no money or close to no money.
Kevin Paynter, who plays Jimmy Johnson in this film, was brilliant. The acting, the character, his obnoxious behavior, the air, kung fu chops. He is just awesome.
On the flip side of the coin, they were terrible actors, but I thought they did a great job because it was hilarious. Were Kirk Muneera and Lauren Richardson. They played John Serious and Sheriff Bailey, respectively. I don't think they're great actors, but everything that they did had me cracking up.
Need a trap?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess let's get on it.
Yeah, we need to bait him, then we trap him, and then we need to get him.
Sounds good.
And some of this comes down to a theory that I think everybody will draw when they watch this, is that this may have completely been improv. It says it's written by Richard Mogg on IMDb. However, in the credits before and after the film, it says it was written by no one. The way that people deliver their lines, it seems like it could very well have just been ad-libbed because almost every line just is too natural and unnatural at the same time. It's a very, just take a look.
Yes, this is by Moby Dick, and I'm the Captain Ahab, so the two of you need to move on right now.
I also liked Bigfoot. He's cheesy.
He looks like garbage. I thought it was garbage bags.
When we first saw like the back of Bigfoot, we're like, is this just a guy in garbage bags? Like the costume isn't the best, but it's kind of better than some of the Bigfoots we've seen in the past. I don't know, I thought Bigfoot was hilarious, just like smashing people around and just having sex.
Now what didn't we like? I'll be honest. This isn't the strongest film from Richard Mogg. I do appreciate what he's doing because he just goes out there and does it. And he's fucking awesome for it. However, this movie drags a lot. Like, there's no point to this movie. Bigfoot is in a forest and a bunch of people just walk around a forest for a very long time with very little to do. They just kind of walk back and forth.
Having seen two other Rick Mo productions, we know he knows how to use like gore and practical effects on a budget. And this film has none. It's like he didn't even put the attempt in to like show like someone's stomach slashed or ripped apart.
They had dialogue as if people were ripped up or their heads were missing, when in actuality they're just sitting there like with all of their limbs attached and everything's fine. And they're just like, oh my God, you're so covered in blood with there's no blood on them. We touched on the acting, but it's also worth stating here, I guess, because the acting isn't great. I don't think it's supposed to be good. I think it's supposed to be mad cheesy and shitty.
I mean, there are moments where you can see people reading. We don't know if the script exists, but there is one scene where we're seeing someone's eyes just like going across the line.
Oh, he's definitely reading.
He's like he's saying his monologue. Like,
and we caught that in Massage Parlor of Death a couple times too.
Yep.
So I wouldn't put it past him for that to be a thing. Bigfoot wasn't scary, and he wasn't in this movie a lot. I think there's only like 4 scenes with him in it, to be honest.
We don't really understand his motives. Like,
he just brushes people's stomachs or something.
Yeah.
Or is he fucking some people? I can't tell. It definitely seems like both of those things. The movie was pretty slow, and I think that can be attributed to the lack of kind of like a sound bed. There's no soundtrack throughout the film, and it's kind of weird. I mean, there are in certain situations, but for most of the time, when they're walking through the forest or they're walking near some brush, all you can hear is like the shitty audio of just like people walking through a forest, instead of having like a nice sound bed to kind of hide some of the mistakes or even kind of show some emotion to what's happening.
As you're just like trying to listen, you're like, What should I be paying attention to? Because I'm getting distracted by these like footsteps breaking branches.
So now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. Bigfoot Ate My Boyfriend is a so bad it's good movie, but it's not that good. The acting was definitely terrible, and I think you'll like it because of that, but not a lot happens in the movie. It's just like a bunch of people just walking back and forth. I did like the Kung Fu Kid. I thought he was hilarious. That character was just great, and I do appreciate the general humor and ad-lib lines that were evident. Overall, I think it's Rick Mo Productions' weakest film, but it's still better than a lot that we see. So I'm gonna give this 1.5 pink phones out of 5.
I'll definitely agree with Jay. This is probably the weakest of the Rick Mo productions that we've seen. He's got a strong passion, and I respect that. You like really cheesy dialogue, really bad acting, and just like terrible one-liners. Jimmy Johnson's got it all. It's very low budget, you're not getting a lot of kills, but it was a great attempt and it is a fun time. It's just disappointing that he didn't go with the practical gore that we're used to seeing from his other films. And with that being said, I'm gonna give this 2.5 Mortal Kombat Showdowns out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you want to check it out, there are links in the description where you can find it. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? Subscribe, motherfucker!
We're sending Jimmy Johnson on you.
Kung Fu that ass.